I have failed woefully in my quest to be able to bring down the in my quest to be able to bring the required amount of temperature into my brooding house to welcome my 1000 day old chicks on the 24th of December 2025. Today is Sunday, the 22nd of December 2025, and this is how I welcome you to my Ghanaian Dream Challenge on YouTube, where we are investing 100,000 Ghana cedis into poultry, into layers. And our farm is Buzaza Farms. I am hoping that this investment will yield enough profit to make my Ghanaian life more comfortable and more decent, other than engaging in illegalities and even traveling abroad just to go and hustle for greener pastures. 20th to the 21st up to today, I have been finding looking for various ways and means to ensure that the temperature in the brooding house is 32 to 35 degrees Celsius. But I have tried up to now. I'm still looking for ways and means to improve it. This is how I welcome you to my Ghanaian Dream channel on YouTube and on all other platforms. There is hope. However, it has not yet been materialized. So to ensure that my preparation to receive my day old chicks are on full stream on the 20th of December around 4 p.m. I received these onion balls. And then we wired through the entire brooding house and put 10 of these onion balls. Then I received the thermometers I received the thermometers and gauge the temperature at that time at 4 p.m. on the 20th, and it was 34 degrees Celsius. So I stayed awake all night on the 20th to the 21st to check the temperature at various hours to see whether I'll get the required temperature just ideal for my birds to arrive. So at 8 p.m. on that particular 20th, I came and checked the temperature, and the temperature read 30 degrees Celsius. So from 34 at 4 p.m. to 30 degrees Celsius at 8 p.m. Then at 1 a.m., I came back and the temperature became 29 degrees Celsius. So it dropped further by 1 degree. Then at 4 a.m. again, I came back and now the temperature dropped to 26 degrees Celsius. Then at 6 a.m., I came and the temperature dropped further to 25.5 degrees Celsius. So at 9 a.m., I came and the temperature rose a bit due to the fact that the sun had come out and it was rising. So at 9 a.m., the temperature was 30.6 degrees, and then at 12 noon, the temperature rose to 36.4 degrees. So with these particular onion balls, I just noticed that I will not be able to use it to get the desired temperature I need in my brooding house. This also was coupled with the fact that my consultant indicated that these particular bulbs they easily die. You can have it in your brooding house, and by the time you go into somewhere and come back, the these particular onion bulbs will go off. Even though my electrician strongly disagrees, but the fact that it didn't give us the required amount of temperature gave me so much worry that I had to change a different way of heating my brooding house. So I went in for the brooding lamps itself. The brooding lamps itself. So from afar, you can see the brooding lamp. You can see the brooding lamp. So I went in for this particular brooding lamp. Wow, it is hot. So these particular brooding lamps. So I brought them 5 of them, and then reduced these onion balls by 5, and then added these ones 5 of them. So then this also came in around 5 p.m. on the 21st. That was yesterday, 21st of December 2025. So at 5 p.m., these brooding lamps, my consultant says that they are proper brooding lamps, unlike these ones which were made in default to have 100 watts, and these ones have 250 watts. So at 5 p.m., when we installed them and switched it on, the temperature was at 34 degrees Celsius. So also overnight, I stayed through to watch the changes in the temperature, and at 8 p.m., the temperature came down to 30 degrees Celsius. Then also at 1 a.m., it came further down to 28.5 degrees Celsius. Then at 4 a.m., the temperature came further down to 27.4 degrees Celsius. Then also at 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, the temperature came further down to 27 degrees Celsius. However, at 9 o'clock again, the temperature began to rise. And now that is about 11 a.m. that I am doing this particular update. The temperature is now around 36 degrees Celsius. So as you can see, because it is a Harmattan period, in the night the temperature reduces. Even in the compound, when we read the temperature on the night of 20th, it came as low as 20 degrees Celsius. Then in the daytime, when we read it yesterday, it went as high as 42 degrees Celsius. So that is the problem. That is the problem situation I have with this particular Harmattan period taking the day old chicks. But I have been warned, so that is why I'm doing everything possible to ensure that I get the required amount of temperature for my day old chicks. So I have shared a lots of these updates on other media, including YouTube shorts, that comparing these particular onion bulbs to these brooding lamps and what have you. What am I just doing wrongly, which is making it impossible for me to get the required amount of temperature of 32 to 30? What is it that I'm not doing right, which is not making me, to get the 32 to 35 degrees Celsius? So a number of you suggested that it could be that the openings at the various parts in the brooding house is allowing in fresh air from outside, which is why the temperature cools down in the night. Then also, it is possible also that the brooding lamps are not so many. That is the reason why. But I think that so far, the most technical, the most important suggestion I have gotten is from my consultants at Silver Farms. Both the manager and the director mentioned that in actual fact, for now, as you can see on the floor, this is a concrete floor, and in the night, and also it is freshly done. For which reason it needs some kind of low temperature in the night. For which reason I may not be able to get the condition I need if the sawdust and the paper is not covered, just as some of the just as we would do when the day old chicks are about to come. So that I should tap cool and go, and I should tap cool, then get the when the birds are about to come, I get the sawdust, and then also I put the brooding paper on the sawdust. That can help to prevent the coldness that comes from the ground, to reduce the temperature at night, to make it a bit warm for my birds. And that's even should there still be a low temperature due to the Harmattan season, and even due to poor covering, which I will cover, even due to poor covering, that I should get cool pots, that about two cool pots that I can use to augment the heat. And with that, that I should be guaranteed that it is going to be fine for me. So at last, I think that there is a way to in getting the right amount of temperature for my birds, that I shouldn't worry at all, because the sawdust, the brooding paper, when it is done, it will be fine. Then also, if it is not, then we get the cool pots to put charcoal, and with that, the temperature will be brought up to the level we want. So I think so far I am becoming so okay with the fact that the temperature shouldn't be any problem at all. But he has also suggested that my consultant has also suggested that instead of opening up the entire brooding house for the birds to be able to move anywhere they want, I can also look for a plywood and to cover at the center, where the heat and the fowls with the chicks will be at the center to do the activities, eat and drink, and then later on, then we can open them to the other parts of the brooding house. But I am also of the opinion that the bigger the brooding house, the better for the birds to be able to roam at the various parts. It is just difficult, as you have noticed, being able to get the heat to spread across the brooding house. However, for now, I don't think I'm ready to get the plywood to cover the middle parts. However, they will have covered the corners, as you can see. I've covered the corners of the brooding house, which will not make the birds to park at a corner where a stampede can occur and they will die. So for now, I think so far it is so good. For the afternoon part, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., I think the temperature is okay. because we get sometimes around 36 degrees Celsius in the brooding house. And even with that, my consultant suggests that we can open some parts of the brooding house to allow in fresh air, because the ideal temperature is 35. But if we are reading above 30, if we are reading above 36 degrees, it will mean we have to open some of the parts for fresh air to enter. That even the droppings of the litter of the chicks would generate some ammonia, and when we open and fresh air blows in, it will help to keep it dry and fresh, and the ventilation will help the birds to grow. So far, the aspects of lighting and heat in the brooding house is becoming a success, and I am hoping that when the birds arrive, all these practical things, all these theoretical things we are explaining will become a thing of the past, because we will get the required amount of temperature we need for the breeding to be successful. I am particularly worried about the Harmattan. As some suggested that I should wait until somewhere March, April to receive the best, but that would have been about 4 5 months away, which would be detrimental to my Ghanaian dream. So I thought that whatever it is to that requires preparation for us to receive them now in December, I will do it. And I am not tired at all in looking for alternative solutions to get the brooding condition and brewing temperature very right. So this is my update. I think update number 50 or so on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, do so, because our birds are expected on the 24th. And when the birds do arrive, that is even where more and more updates are going to keep coming. If you like the content that we upload, do indicate it on the like button. And then if you think there are others who need this particular kinds of information to learn, then you share our videos to them. If you also have some suggestions to help us to do a proper brooding system that will allow all our birds to survive, that we are not yet doing, please do not hesitate to share your suggestions with us. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.